Chapter 4 Stargazing. When your bones are picked clean and your clean bones gone, you shall have stars at elbow and foot. And though you go mad, you shall be sane, and though you sink through the sea, you shall rise again. Though love shall be lost, love shall be found, and time shall bind all creation. 10th of May 2071, 1:35 a.m. I've set the ceiling and 2/3 of the walls to transparent celestial. I know that no one can see in, but I never like to go completely invisible on all surfaces. I feel exposed even though I know I shouldn't. Also, I don't like to see what's happening at ground level. With the outside weirdness screened off and muted, gazing up at the stars like this is really quite tranquil. Interior sound set to gentle breeze through trees level output. I could be somewhere exotic. I suppose if there was such a thing as time tourism, you might class my current location as exotic. Exotic in all the wrong ways, but there you go. The stars are my home. To gaze upon the stars in my own time frame, or any other time frame for that matter, is like coming home. The stars are my only constant, and like old friends. After all, they have journeyed through time with me. The jump through time that has been monumental to my fragile mind is merely a breath away for these celestial beings. The vault of 1 billion ancient lights knows all. The night sky above me reflects eternity. It's like a double-edged sword. It brings me comfort and also a subtle kind of cosmic nostalgia. I'm beginning to feel creation as a flower that's always opening, like the lotus flower. I've simply been placed at a different point in time in relation to its bloom. I know I don't belong here, though. I can't shake the feeling, and I don't want to. The mortal side is inflexible, it would seem, and my spirit feels as though it has been stretched across time and space and is ready to tear. Spiritual growth is always very unusual to the senses, but this is the most profoundly unusual yet, something that I could never put into words. I had a dream earlier. There were strange lights in the room, rainbow colours. Oh, hang on. Did that actually happen? Security setting high protection shows no intruders. I really don't think I can trust the log, though. If it is possible to create energy soldiers that can walk through solid objects, I'm pretty sure there is no way of keeping the elite out. The best defense is to be of no threat. Threaten the authorities and expect to have a target on your back. I saw a man get dragged from his home pod a few years back by the police. It was an ugly affair. The incident made it to the main news and was broadcast globally over the net. It was different in the flesh, though. It was dramatized like a film before it was seen by the masses. There was a distinct show of violence that was unnecessary. The man didn't struggle. The whole incident could have been cloaked, but the authorities wanted, or needed everyone to see it. I saw straight through the charade, but the comments online were akin to a lynch mob and showed a complete lack of suspicion. Not that anyone would speak out against the authorities, but I could tell that the Colosseum lusted for blood and wanted this poor man to be thrown to the lions. There had been an uprising of sorts several months previously. A lot of people were favouring auspicious thought wave maximum curve. These people were getting together and sharing the experience whilst holding hands. It was seen as an act of terrorism by the false hope prevention enforcers, and this guy, my neighbour, I suppose you'd call him, was considered the inspirational kingpin of the operation. These were the actual words used on the twice-a-day repeated featurette. The inspirational kingpin, Desmond Lavata, who misled 10 civilians and gave them false hope, has been banged to rights. He was basically punished and disposed of for being too happy and encouraging the idea that we all have the ability within ourselves to solve the problems of the world with positive relations, and the illnesses of the world can be cured without the state and by the natural makeup of our bodies. It's a great message. How can this be terrorism? How can the word inspirational have negative connotations here? I have a new mantra. I speak the truth, but not too loudly and only in my head. Technically, since starting this journal, depending on what I'm saying and what emotions I'm transmitting, I'm actually breaking the law. I feel safe though. Should I feel safe? Is that naive? Did my neighbour feel safe just before he was dragged kicking and screaming from his home in front of the entire world? And where are these safe feelings coming from? Are they real or are they memorex? Are they someone else's feelings recorded a decade ago and pushed into the air for all to sense and used as a tactic to deceive the weak-minded? I sincerely hope I never find out, that's for sure. False security terminal curve is just a myth. It's something that surfaces in the collective at work, but no one admits to having the original thought. Who would admit to that? Think about it. This is the required mindset all the time. Optimistic but not too optimistic. Trusting but also sincere. It's a psychological minefield when the working collective is hooked into. The binaries were acting oddly when my neighbour was in trouble. I swear they all stood and watched, and it really looked like a couple of them were going to jump in and subdue the aggressors. I guess I don't know them, and I could have them all wrong. It's wrong to judge, I know. Just because I don't understand them, it doesn't mean they're bad. Man has always feared the strange and the alien,